Van Californië gaan we naar Japan. Enkele van de beste snowboarders ter wereld zochten er de meest maagdelijke sneeuw op. En wat ze vonden overtrof zelfs hun stoutste verwachtingen.
Het zoeken van nieuwe plekken is voor een snowboarder de beste manier om zijn skills te testen en aan te passen. Daarom ging de legendarische snowboarder Travis Rice samen met zijn companen naar het noordelijke eiland van Japan om daar zijn film The Community Project op te nemen.
There was three of us. It was Colin Langlois, Tyler Lepore, myself, and I think it was Tyler's 12th trip to Japan. I think it was my 7th or 8th trip over to Japan. The first few times you go to Japan, yeah, it's a complete culture shock. They always love to have a schedule, make a schedule, type it up, an hourly breakdown of what you will be doing, where you will be eating, and who you will be traveling with.
One of the cool things about our trip to Japan versus previous trips that we've been on is that there's no appearances, there's no autograph signings. This is all about the film.
Well, Japan has 3 islands, 2 of which are great for snowboarding. The main island and Hokkaido, which is the northern island of Japan. We like to go up to the northern island because they get more snow and it forms a little bit differently.
You got Sapporo, which is the main city there, where you usually fly into, which is a cool city, and it's such a trip because, it's a giant city, yet it snows feet upon feet every year in this city.
My first impression when I arrived in Japan this year was, where did all the snow come from? It snowed for 21 days straight. We filmed for 17 days in a row, and I've never been in powder that deep.
There's just so much good snow to ride in Japan.
You can be riding up to your neck some days. Snow's like a foot or 2 a night there, no joke. I mean, you wake up every morning and it's fresh again. It's like rebate every single day.
One of the biggest differences are the chairlifts is that in the States, we have the 6-pack, where you can put 6 people on the chair. In Japan, they have the 1-seater, where there's 1 person going up the hill at a time. We came across so many natural terrain features, it was really exciting for all of us.
And it just snows so much that you just get these giant UFO mushroom-shaped pillows on the tops of trees.
And that's, I think, my favorite feature about Japan is the crazy pillows that form in the trees, in the forests, on anything. Like, you have a tree stump this big and you'll end up with, a Volkswagen-sized pillow on top of it.
Most of the stuff you find is on the side of the road, just driving around. Coolest terrain, you'll just be driving down the road and you'll look up to the right and be like, oh, there's a nice little 40-foot cliff drop.
Hier in de Red Bull Chalet, de thuisbasis van Red Bull in Francorchamps, staat naast mij David Coulthard. De bekende ex-Formule 1-piloot is nu de ambassadeur van Red Bull Racing. Hi David.
Evening.
Tell me, what is so nice about the Francorchamps racetrack? What do you like about it?
It's the driver's favourite track. It's been on the calendar since 1925. It's been in Formula 1 World Championships in 1950. And it's just such a natural, fast, flowing circuit. And I think Eau Rouge is one of the best corners in the world.
But since you're an ex-Formula 1 driver, don't you miss the adrenaline, the excitement, the vibes, everything about the racing?
Well, of course, driving a Formula 1 car is an amazing experience, and I raced 15 seasons in Formula 1, but you cannot do this forever. I'm 38 years old, and the Red Bull team had a great opportunity in Sebastian Vettel to partner with Mark Webber. But I still feel part of the whole rush because I'm, as you said, an ambassador for Red Bull, and I'm also kind of a colleague in that I'm working with the BBC, so I have to use a microphone like you during the day as well. but nothing replaces that adrenaline of driving a Formula One car.
And just out of curiosity, do you like mountain biking?
That is actually how I used to do most of my training. So mountain biking was a big part of my life. I don't do it as much now because I don't train as much. But I was in the mountains in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago and I did a good few days of training.
Alright, what a coincidence. Want wij gaan naar Chili, waar de mountainbiker Marcus Steukel een snelheidsrecord probeert neer te zetten. Hij rijdt maar liefst tegen 210 km per uur de helling af. Zo snel dat zelfs onze camera's moeite hadden om hem te volgen. Dit was het voor deze aflevering van Bullseye. Voor volgende week, be prepared voor meer extreme sports. Ciao!